Okay, so for our opening ceremony, you guys know that we're going to be doing smash therapy. And so I've asked you guys all to bring an object, something that you really you're ready to smash, you want to smash. And so what I want you guys to do for part 2 of your homework for this week in preparation is I want you to get that object and I want you to set it out. I want you to put it somewhere that you will see it every day, somewhere that you can touch it every day. I don't actually have my object in front of me. I'm just gonna pick something random from my desk. Okay, let's pretend this is my object. So I'm gonna take this object. I do sit down at my desk every single day. I'm gonna put this object on my desk somewhere. Maybe like I want to put it on top of my computer, so then I have to move it off of my computer to open my computer. Or maybe I'm going to put it in the bathroom next to my toothbrush, or maybe I'm going to put it on my nightstand. I'm going to put my chapstick in it, so I have to touch it every time. So somewhere you're going to have a physical reminder for you with your object to touch it. When you touch your object, I want you to just think about sending the things that you are looking to get rid of into this object, okay? And then I also want you to think about, the other thing I want you to think about is, in what way can I transform the energy? So in this kind of context, I want you to think of this as perhaps this concept of anxiety. So we notice when we're I'm feeling anxious. That's something that we say, I'm feeling anxious. And the way that we recognize that, or the way that we realize that, is when we have these kinds of feelings in the body that come up, and we notice like a tightness in the chest, or maybe we notice like a feeling in the pit of our stomach, or maybe we notice tingling in our hands, or maybe we notice a shortness of breath. And so what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to think about reframing and how to oh, puppy. No, Sika, go. I want you guys to think of some ways that you can transform that energy, or what's another way that I can look at this? What's another lens that I can look at this through? So also those same kinds of feelings that I just noted, you know, that shortness of breath, that tightness in the chest, that kind of like feeling in your stomach, those are also things that happen when we feel excited. Those are also things that happen when we feel anticipation. So are we the ones that are putting this label on this thing? Come here, Sika. Come here. You want to come be in my video? Will that make you happy? No. So I just had to show you these cute little puppies. Well, they're cute little puppies fighting, really. Sika, say hello. Okay. Anyway, so I want you guys to think about how you can really transform any of those negative energies. So you're putting that negative energy into your object, and then I want you to think, you know, the next time that you touch it, how has that energy transformed, and how am I going to receive that energy in a different way? So that way, in order that now that I have received this transformed energy, now I can give that transformed energy. So for example, some things that perhaps I would be putting into my object are this idea that I am not organized. And so the way that I'm going to transform that is, you know what? My version of organized is not mainstream. My version of organized might look different from other people's, and that's okay. And so the thing that I'm going to receive then, that's the change, is, you know, my version is different, and that's okay. And then the energy that I'm going to receive from that, once I have transformed that, is that I am capable of being organized. Like, I am organized. I'm just accepting that my version of organized looks different, and I'm okay with that. So letting go of this idea that, you know, my version of organized has to look like somebody else's. That's not the way that my brain works, and I'm okay with that. So that is one example of how to kind of transform the energy. And I just want you to kind of work on, like just really taking time to like meditate on these things that you're letting go of, and these things that you are realizing or accepting or receiving, and how we're really going to transform those energies. And really just take time with your object. All right, that is it. That is part 2 of your homework for this week. So however you want to attack that is up to you. If you want to split your manifestation time up this week and kind of focus on those 2 different things, if you want to do one thing the first couple of days, you want to do the other thing the second couple of days. It's totally up to you guys, because that's part of your creative process, right? And that's one of the things that we're working on this week, is really getting in touch with that creativity. So I want you to have the creative freedom to be able to really structure that in a meaningful way to you. All right, guys. So excited. Again, cannot wait to see you on Friday. We are 1 week away. Yay, let the countdown begin.